The smallest pig on the internet is usually just the youngest pig in the room. A pink snout, tiny hooves, a round little body small enough to wobble across a kitchen floor and make everyone in the house lose the ability to think like adults. It looks like someone finally solved the pig problem. Because pigs are easy to love from a distance. They're bright-eyed, funny, clean in ways people do not expect, and strangely expressive. But they are also pigs. They root, they push, they grow. They need space, structure, and a world big enough for a clever animal with a shovel attached to its face. So when the internet offered a pig that would stay tiny forever, people wanted to believe it. That was the trap. The teacup pig was not powerful because it was realistic. It was powerful because it froze the best moment. It took the baby stage of an animal and sold it as a permanent object. A piglet became a promise. A photograph became a contract biology never signed. A piglet is small for the same reason a puppy is small or a human baby is small. It is not finished. Its bones are still growing. Its organs are still growing. Its muscles, teeth, appetite, and stubborn opinions are still becoming the adult animal. Calling a pig a teacup pig because it fits near a teacup is like calling a toddler a suitcase person because, with enough bad planning, you could probably fit one in luggage. Please do not test this. There are real smaller pigs. Pot-bellied pigs and some miniature lines are much smaller than the enormous commercial pigs people imagine on farms. But smaller than a farm pig does not mean small like a cat. It often means small only in comparison to an animal that can become sofa-sized with hooves. That is where the trick lives. The buyer imagines a pet that stays in the cute category. The seller says mini. The photo shows a baby, and the future quietly disappears. But the future is the part that matters. Many so-called mini pigs can still grow into powerful, heavy adults. Their exact size depends on genetics, feeding, age, and individual variation, but a healthy adult pig is rarely the delicate little toy the advertisement suggests. Even a genuinely small pig is still an intelligent, social animal built to investigate the world by pushing through it. That nose is not decoration, it is equipment. A pig uses its snout the way a detective uses a flashlight, except the detective is hungry, short, and emotionally prepared to rearrange your cabinets. And this is why the scam has a darker edge. If the pig grows normally, the owner may feel tricked. If the pig does not grow normally, something may be wrong. Some sellers have been accused of using very young pigs as parents, so buyers think the adults are smaller than they really are. Others have been accused of underfeeding piglets to keep them tiny. A hungry pig is not a miracle breed. It is a hungry pig. The painful part is that the pig did not deceive anyone. The label did. The camera angle did. The fantasy did. The animal was always moving toward adulthood, even while we were busy calling it adorable. And our brains helped the fantasy along. Humans are extremely vulnerable to baby-like features, round faces, small bodies, big eyes, short noses, soft proportions. These cues can trigger care and attention before we have time to run a spreadsheet on adult weight, zoning laws, veterinary access, fencing, enrichment, hoof care, tusks, diet, boredom, and the sound of a determined pig discovering drywall. Cuteness makes the future quiet. That is the real mechanism. The teacup pig fantasy didn't just make pigs look small, it made responsibility look small. It compressed a long-lived animal into one perfect moment, the moment before growth becomes inconvenient. But living things do not remain honest by remaining tiny. They remain honest by becoming what they are. A pig is not a decorative version of a dog. It is not a plush toy with digestion. It is not a farm animal edited down for an apartment feed. For the right person, with the right space, laws, money, patience, and pig-aware veterinary care, a pig can be a remarkable companion, curious, social, Clean, surprisingly sensitive, sometimes hilarious in the way only a creature with a powerful nose and zero respect for closed doors can be hilarious. But that is not the animal many buyers thought they were getting. They thought they were buying permanent babyhood, and permanent babyhood is not a pet category. It is a marketing wish. The teacup pig scam worked because it offered something humans always want: life made smaller, wildness made manageable, a complicated creature reduced to something we could hold without changing our own lives around it. Then time arrived. The snout grew, the body strengthened, the tiny hooves gained weight. The charming little animal became not a failed teacup pig, but a successful pig. So the next time a tiny pig appears beside a coffee cup, the strange part is not how small it looks. The strange part is how quickly we forget it's leaving that cup behind.